Hi, my name's Talon Ramsey.
And my name is Alex Holden. We are this year's SAD representatives.
SAD stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions.
All week, keep your eyes open for SAD activities across the school, especially tomorrow, which is Red Out Day. We encourage you all to wear your red program shirts.
With that being said, we would like to take an opportunity this morning to show you a video that could open your eyes to the terrifying reality of fentanyl.
And after that, enjoy a video on the greatest water polo player of all time as he talks about his natural high.
We hope you enjoy.
What is inside this vial could kill you almost instantly. In fact, this much would kill you and I if we split it. It's odorless, tasteless, and it's currently being disguised as nearly any drug you can buy off the street. This is fentanyl. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 100 times stronger than morphine and about 50 times the strength of heroin. Fentanyl has sedative effects and will rapidly slow down a person's breathing. Just a milligram too much of fentanyl can result in hypoxia, a decrease of oxygen to the brain, and can quickly lead to death. Sounds more like a poison than a drug. If you were to ingest fentanyl and live, your body would begin having withdrawals within a few hours. Fentanyl is one of the most addictive substances known to man. It is also rather cheap to produce considering its potency, which is why it is being used in all types of illicit drugs. Pills, cocaine, methamphetamine, MDMA, even some instances of marijuana. Illegal drugs have been forever changed because of fentanyl. The most notable are the fake prescription pills. In 2021, the DEA alone seized over 20 million fake prescription pills made of fentanyl. These pills, designed to look exactly like prescription drugs such as oxycodone, Percocet, Xanax, Adderall, and more, contain nothing but fentanyl and a colored binder and are pressed to look just like the pills you would get from a pharmacy. The difference, though, is a matter of life or death. The DEA has reported over 42% of pills tested for fentanyl contain a potentially lethal dose. So maybe it's not the first pill someone takes, but one shortly after. Over the past few years, there has been enough fentanyl seized to kill every person in the United States. Fentanyl is being found everywhere in almost every drug, but you won't know it's there until it's too late. Your decision to not try a drug is one of the most important decisions that you can make. Over time, pop culture seems to glorify drugs more and more. Drugs have been promoted as solutions to mental health struggles like depression and anxiety. Trying drugs has been normalized as something that is just part of going through life. In reality, it is something that will take your life from you. With fentanyl's increasing prevalence in nearly all drugs today, promoting drug use is one of the most dangerous messages an influential person can communicate, especially to young people. The glamorous lifestyle associated with drug use is a facade. Many famous people suffer brutal addictions behind the scenes, and fentanyl is exposing that truth. More and more great artists, athletes, and talents are falling to fentanyl. With them are many others who fell for the lie that using illicit drugs can solve any pain or problem in your life. It is a lie you must be smart enough to see through. Fentanyl is a death trap that very few escape once they enter into it. Do not be deceived. Fentanyl has turned drug dealers into death dealers, and today's easy access to drugs means that a dealer could be anybody. Most illicit drug sales today happen online and over social media. Many of the drug death stories I've encountered are of teens and young adults who bought a pill or a bit of cocaine and had it delivered to their family's house. A lot of times it was from somebody that they knew. Let's make this clear. It does not matter how well you think you know someone. It does not matter if they tell you the drug that they have is really what they say it is. You both do not know if fentanyl is in that drug until it is too late. Just because you've seen a friend try a drug, or even if you've tried something before, does not mean it's going to be safe. These drugs are not coming from a pharmacy or a lab with quality control. These drugs are being blended together by random people who do not care about you and bagged up for a quick profit. What seems like a safe dose could contain enough fentanyl to kill multiple people simply because of how carelessly these drugs are made. Again, you won't know until it's too late. Fentanyl is now the leading cause of death for young people in the United States. Some are looking for relief, some for a good time, many are just curious and make a stupid mistake. Had they known fentanyl was in the drugs they took, they never would have done it. But they can't take that choice back now. You, though, have a choice to make for your life. You may struggle sometimes and feel like you need help. You may get curious or tempted to try a drug. Remember that feelings are temporary, but some decisions can last forever. You always have the opportunity to choose something greater, something that will give you life and not death. I encourage you today to realize how precious your life is, and that one choice is all it takes to throw it away. Please do not do it. Remember that you have a purpose. You have gifts and passions that are unique to you. You were made to have a future. You can live an amazing life without ever touching a drug. Just keep going after the things you know are right, things that are good for you. You'll be an example for your friends, and you can encourage them too. If you're a young person and learned something from this video today, I want you to share it with your friends because this information is saving lives right now. You could be the friend that saves someone's life by keeping them from making a big mistake. Please share it. If you're a parent or guardian and you want to learn more about how you can educate and protect your children from fentanyl poisoning, then I need you to head over to naturalhigh.org/fentanyl right now and sign up with your email to receive the free fentanyl toolkit. Natural High will keep you updated with information and resources you can share with your children. My name is Dominic Tierno. My natural highs are faith and filmmaking. Thank you for watching.
Unreal performance from the Team USA captain. Azevedo now for the lead. Azevedo fires and scores. It's a 4-goal lead for Team USA.
Everyone was telling me there's no way, you're too small, you're too slow, you're too short, you're not strong enough. And to me, that just fueled the fire. Why would I do anything that I didn't believe in? And if I didn't believe in myself, then why am I out there doing it, right?
Again, tries to stuff it in near side, and he does. Score the goal for Azevedo. Tied at 1. USA has a response. Tony Azevedo, a big day for him, foreshadowing here as he puts that one in.
You know, when I was 4 years old, I was pronounced dead for a minute and a half, right? I had a tracheotomy, I fell through a rabbit cage. Doctors told me for years after that I wasn't gonna be able to play sports, let alone the hardest sport in the world, water polo. It helps me take advantage of every moment I have. This is my time.
14 years old, watching the gold medal game of Spain. After the game, him patting me on the head and saying, maybe you'll be like me one day, changed my life.
I came in as a freshman in high school and said to my dad, you know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to go to the next Olympics. And at that point, my entire family nicknamed me Tony 2000, because that would be the Olympics that I was striving for. I'd be the youngest ever in the history in the US, but I felt like 4 years I could do it. We grew up in a mobile home. We didn't have a lot of money. My dad was a bouncer. He was a soccer coach, a water polo coach, and a Spanish teacher. And he was just constantly gone. And then we were close with my grandpa and my Brazilian grandma. She came a lot and took care of us. And my grandfather died, and then my grandmother got hit by a bus in Rio. And it was a big hit on the family. Those two believed in my dreams more than I did. So I'm gonna help them fulfill those dreams. Like, I'm gonna go even harder, and I'm gonna push, and I will be that Tony 2000. They will be looking down somewhere, you know, believing in me.
You should dream as big as you can, but to get there, you have to set little goals.
Heard this beat in my dream.
I knew that I was small, so I had to be fast and strong. And the first 2 years sucked. I mean, it was waking up early, it was joining a swim class, joining swim teams, you know, trying to be a kid in high school. And it wasn't until junior year where I made that team where I realized that my dreams very, very well could come true right now.
The power play comes to an end. The catch and release hits it there for his 6th goal of the game. Unreal performance from the Team USA captain.
5 times. So I was a 5-time Olympian. I am a 5-time Olympian.
Coming at you live, one of the world's greatest water polo players.
I mean, look, the ultimate natural high that I could say ever in my career was being able to beat Serbia in the semifinal to get to the gold medal game. We've played probably 30, 40 times, and we never beat them once, once, and it wasn't close. And going into that game with the motivation and everything we worked for and everything we went gone through those years, all of a sudden, within the first couple minutes, blocking, smiling, scoring, that first goal, they subbed the goalie, right, because of the goal over the head. Then the next goalie comes in, boom, they sub him again, sub the other goalie, you're already in their head. Next thing you know, we win 10-5. I mean, that's a natural high that'll stick with me for life.
Azevedo fires and scores. It's a 4-goal lead for Team USA. And the captain, Tony Azevedo, with his 2nd.
Temptations are there for a reason, right? They're tempting. But they're not looking out for you in the long term. I think one of the big moments for me was being around some of the older guys and making a bad decision to have a couple too many drinks and driving home and being stopped by a police officer, right? Was I drunk? No. Was I stupid to have beers and drive? Yes. And I went home and my dad called the national team coach and said he's off the team. And then the national team coach, who ended up being my coach at Stanford, you know, had a long talk with me and my dad and put things in perspective. And I realized, you know, a cool moment is not worth destroying the cool life that I wanted to live, right? And that's really something that stuck with me. Drugs, as you get older and as you started playing professionally, they were around. They destroyed a good amount of my friends' lives. You're always going to have these temptations, and how do you deal with that? Just how do you deal with any adversity in life? And to me, it was always, especially knowing that one moment with that one cop, if he wasn't a water polo player, I could have been in jail and my career would have been done. And I always went back to that moment. Is it worth it, right? Because I look back now, the career that I've built, and it's those guys that would love to be in my shoes, not the other way around. So one of the mottos that I live by is be remembered everywhere. My name is Tony Azevedo, and water polo is my natural high. What's yours?
Again, as a reminder, tomorrow is Red Out Day for Red Ribbon Week. We encourage you all to wear your red program shirts.
Also, we will be doing a pledge drive in the cafeteria, as well as judging and photographing all door decorating entries.
Thank you all for your time. Have a great day.